Somewhere in ancient Rome, a man got rich by taxing something that already smelled bad. Somewhere right now, a guy is getting rich by never showing his face on camera at all. Human beings have spent thousands of years chasing the same dream, money, with the absolute minimum amount of actual effort. Not clever effort, not hard effort. The least effort a human being could possibly get away with, and still somehow walk home richer. These are 10 real ways people made real money doing almost nothing, spanning a very long stretch of human laziness. A little bit of ancient history, a little bit of the Middle Ages, a healthy chunk of the 20th century, and a whole lot of right now. Number 10 barely counts as a hustle. Number 1 might make you question whether anyone actually has to work anymore. Let's begin. Fact 10. Let's start in ancient Rome. With a tax so lazy, it's practically the founding document of doing nothing for money. Roman tanneries and laundries needed urine. Not as a joke, as an actual industrial ingredient used for cleaning wool and tanning leather. People were already collecting it from public urinals for free. The Emperor Vespasian looked at this and did the laziest possible thing a government can do. He didn't build anything, invent anything, or produce anything. He just taxed a substance that was already flowing on its own. When his own son complained the tax was beneath the dignity of an emperor, Vespasian reportedly held up the coins and said, "Money doesn't smell." He wasn't wrong. He also didn't have to do a single day of labor to collect it. Fact 9. Fast forward past the fall of an empire into the Middle Ages for a scheme with genuinely zero product involved. The medieval Catholic Church sold indulgences, paper documents that claimed to reduce the punishment for your sins in exchange for a donation. No goods, no services, just a printed promise about the afterlife sold to people terrified of what came after death. Some sellers went town to town with a literal price list based on how serious the sin was. This practice got so out of hand it helped trigger the entire Protestant Reformation. Because at some point, people start asking uncomfortable questions when you're charging money for forgiveness you can't actually prove you're delivering. Fact 8. Jump forward again to 1920s Boston for the scheme that gave an entire category of fraud its name. Charles Ponzi promised investors wild returns from international mail coupons, a real but extremely minor financial instrument. The actual trick required no real business at all. Pay old investors using money from new investors, and let word of mouth do the marketing. At his peak, Ponzi was pulling in the equivalent of millions of dollars a week, producing nothing, manufacturing nothing, providing no real service whatsoever. The scheme eventually collapsed, because math always wins eventually, but not before an entire financial crime got permanently named after the laziest business model imaginable. Fact 7. Mid-20th century America ran an entire cottage industry on one specific lie, printed in the back of magazines. Classified ads promised, "Earn money at home stuffing envelopes. Send us a small fee and we'll show you how." Thousands of people mailed in their money expecting a job. What arrived back was instructions to place the exact same ad themselves, and get other people to send them money too. No envelopes were ever actually stuffed for pay. The entire business was recruiting more people into paying to learn how to recruit more people. Fact 6. 1975, and somebody makes real money selling literally nothing but a rock. Gary Dahl noticed friends complaining about the effort of owning actual pets, so he packaged an ordinary gray stone in a cardboard box with breathing holes, included a tongue-in-cheek training manual, and called it a pet rock. It required no food, no walks, no vet visits, and above all, no labor whatsoever to manufacture beyond picking up rocks off a beach. It sold so well that Dahl reportedly became a millionaire in a matter of months, selling a product that occurs naturally, for free, literally everywhere on Earth. Fact 5. Now we jump into the modern era, and the laziness only gets more efficient. Domain squatting means registering a web address, usually for a few dollars a year, and simply waiting. No website, no content, no business behind it whatsoever. Eventually, a company wants that exact name for their brand, and the person holding it can sell for thousands, sometimes millions, of dollars. The entire job description is: type a name into a form once, then do absolutely nothing until someone else needs it badly enough to pay for your inaction. Fact 4. Here's a job that takes less time than making a cup of coffee. Modern celebrity shout-out platforms let anyone pay a public figure to record a short, personalized video message. A birthday greeting, a roast, a piece of advice. The entire transaction can be completed in under a minute of a celebrity's actual time. Some public figures reportedly earn thousands of dollars a month this way, without leaving their house, without a script, without a crew, just a phone camera, and someone's name written on a piece of paper in front of them. Fact 3. Now for something that sounds like a joke but generated real fortunes. During the peak of the digital collectibles boom, some of the most valuable pieces weren't hand-drawn by an artist at all. They were generated automatically, by code, combining a limited set of pre-made traits into thousands of randomized combinations, with zero individual human effort spent on each one. Someone wrote the generation script once. The computer did the rest, spitting out an entire collection overnight. Some of these randomly assembled images later resold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, for a piece of art that no human being actually looked at while making it. Fact 2. This one is so lazy it's practically endorsed by the banks themselves. Modern credit card and bank account bonuses pay real cash, sometimes several $100s, just for opening an account and meeting a small spending requirement you were probably going to spend anyway. An entire community exists purely around chasing these bonuses, opening and closing accounts on a rotation, extracting free money from financial institutions that are technically trying to earn your long-term business. The job is filling out a form. The paycheck is a sign-up bonus. Fact 1. And now, the laziest tier of all. Money that keeps arriving while a human being does something else entirely, or nothing at all. Right now, there are online stores where the owner never touches the product because a third party manufactures, packages, and ships it directly to the customer under the owner's brand name. There are content channels running almost entirely on automated tools, text scripts, synthetic voices, and stock footage, generating income while the person behind it is asleep or on vacation, or doing literally anything else. The through line connecting every single fact on this list, from a Roman emperor taxing urine to a rock in a cardboard box to a script generating thousands of pictures overnight, is the same one idea. Figure out a way for money to move without you personally doing the moving. Humanity has spent 2,000 years perfecting exactly that. 10 schemes. An emperor who taxed a smell. A church that sold paperwork about the afterlife. A man who got rich selling a rock. And a modern economy where some of the biggest paydays involve a computer script, a name on a piece of paper, or simply doing nothing until someone else needs what you're already sitting on. The pattern never really changes. Only the tools for doing less get better. Which one of these would you actually have tried? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more real history hiding behind things everyone assumes they already understand, that's what FACTXED does every week. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.